That was some lovely Cruci 20 we just had. Now let's do some round roll Cruci 12. Starting Molten Gold short fuse. Sure, let's take a short fuse. There's a lot of stuff that would be awesome to hit, and well, I mean, no secret, I definitely really want to try and play the Bomb Spin Infection build. That would be my favorite build to play, but I'm not expecting to be able to build that out here. I'm just picking up some of the pieces that would allow me to do so. I want to play either a gold build or a debuff build. The nice thing about picking up bomb stuff for that is bombs can be both of them. And in a perfect world, it is indeed both of them for me. That honestly wouldn't be too hard to hit. It's just a few very specific passives, which the problem is if you miss just a few of them, your whole Spinfection bomb game plan is just not going to work, unfortunately. Not that many fights for 4 stores, so might want to try and grab a tiny bit of extra gold. Just because we really don't have much, and the chances that we just get fights which just do not give us gold, unfortunately pretty high. Unfortunately pretty high indeed. Sure. Be able to clean up our bombs pretty fast thanks to the powers of short fuse. And we got transparency for our first debuff. That's incredible, nice. Boom boom. Stopping you from moving does sound pretty nice, so yeah, I'll shoot towards the bomb. And that transparency keeps stacking up. Honestly, I only really cared about the first 2 transparency, but just want to keep adding more, sure. That works. I basically just cared about the debuff inheriting, but 6 transparency is a very real amount to start transferring some of that damage over. I was kind of looking forward to the fact that I wouldn't really have to deal with an elite if I did do double store, double chest. Don't have to build tempo towards it, which would be extremely nice for us. We did just get a random elite though, so it's very much something we've got to be worried about now. That was a really good shot. Cleaned up a lot of pegs. Didn't manage to get any bombs currently, but that's what this shot's for. Perfect. 10 damage per shot is very doable. I'll do this, that should be 10 damage. Not much more though. I lied, that was way more than 10 damage. Again, I'm hoping... I guess I'll just go for the refresh now. Right, no refresh yet, that's fine. I just can't get the crit here, which is mildly unfortunate. I'll discard if I have a free crit here. I do not have a free crit here, I'm not discarding. Let's go in there, try and grab that refresh. Ooh, not ideal. Gotta try and pray. There we go. Beautiful damage there. I will just waste the terrible, yes. Not expecting much value from it anyway. And if we get the crit here... Oh my god. Wait, we actually got the crit there. It means we get the kill. That's a huge deal. 110 gold, that was a perfectly timed elite fight. Absolutely beautiful to see. Clear the way. Sounds like we're doing debuff stuff, doesn't it? So any sand arrows, grubby gloves, feel free to... I lied. Wow, we're not doing debuff stuff? Why would I ever think we were doing debuff stuff? Yeah, so that's an enhanced gun pattern and navigation inflation. We need now is a reduce, refuse, recycle, and we are golden in terms of bomb stuff at least. Yeah, no, clear the way as well. We still can do both, but wow, okay. I was just going to commit to debuff stuff because I didn't think you'd allow me to actually play a proper bomb debuff game plan, but it's actually looking much more real now. And that's nice. I might just do double elites too, because I can take double elites, whereas when it comes to gold, I really don't have it. Much as I would like to pretend that I can... Actually, I will be able to buy one passive, and frankly, if it is like a reduce, refuse, recycle, grubby gloves, sand arrows, or... That's it. Those are the ones I mostly care about. There are definitely others that I still would also like, but they're definitely the main ones. Any of those would definitely be worth it, but I'm really very interested to see what the elites have for me. Because if it, for example, has your bomb supply Spinfection, suddenly we get to play the game with that. And that would be awesome. That would be really, really awesome. It also means I can just baseline pick up like a safety pegulations. And that's huge, because part of the problem with picking up safety pegulations for the bomb Spinfection build is that it's great because it means that you are forced to use the spinfections to kill. But if you're not set up for it, you are kind of screwing yourself over big time. It's a blow-up, so I'm going to try and build towards the bomb debuff game plan and not go to the store. Technically, like, I could have gotten my 50 gold there, which would have been cool, but as I mentioned, re-filibuster. I'll take it. Oh, sorry. Let's absolutely claim this relic, shall we? Absolutely. Almost forgot about that. I'll take re-filibuster, but I really wish you could disable relics. But if we actually do find our game plan that we're looking for, it is going to be unfortunate to have, since unfortunately, re-filibuster is going to be amazing, isn't it? Yep. Unfortunately, it's a really good way to kill enemies, and the bomb's perfection game plan is going to need definitely more than a few refreshes. I don't know exactly how many though. Yeah, having bubbles to just regen our bombs makes this fight a lot easier for us. I'll bounce into that bomb, why not? Apparently I won't bounce into the bomb. I'll bounce into it now. One of the other great things about the Bob Orb with all the bomb passives is it's really good for collecting gold as well. Oh, should have done a Bob Orb upgrade there. It'll be fine for most fights though, because we just have a good matchup due to the... just have a lot of tools at our disposal. Decent single target killing capabilities, excellent AoE capabilities, they're truly amazing. Which is why upgrading the Bob Orb just doesn't matter too much. Definitely matters still, but like, we've already got 11 transparency baseline on the street, and that's just a huge deal. It means that very soon we can just be taking some very simple shots, and they'll be doing some incredible things. No crit here, but that's fine. It was very hard for me to get the crit. I figured it was still worth shooting there. 19. Do not mind if I do whatsoever. Let's let that rainbow slime spawn. Perfect. Could have fun with this 44 damage. 317, yeah. That's what I meant by have fun with the 44 damage. Like, that wasn't going to be 44 damage by the time it reached him. Alright, beautiful stuff. Trying not to finish the fight out too fast. Since if I hit that refresh, fight's immediately over. Fast Reactin, Monster Training. I'll take Reactin, try and buy us some time to find the stuff that we're actually looking for. It's also much better after the buff, like much better. It's really not bad in a lot of fights. Instant Bubble, yeah. Checks out, but most of the time Bubble would be extremely bad here. Luckily, because we have short fuse and enhanced, I think it's only mostly bad. So that's actually really nice. Exploitable. Okay, that was a really insane. I really want to get that crit. I think that kind of shot is perfect for hitting the crit. That was correct. That Bramble absolutely saved us a lot of time though. Beautiful to see, and I really wanted to re-roll the crit to the other side so that this next shot could kill. Looks like it didn't get it though, but good news is this Pebble should be able to pull things off. A bit closer than I would have liked for sure. But we are still, okay, still not exactly what I'm looking for. Boom, sure, plus 8 gold. Inflation is just a lot of value, eh? Let's get a good damage here. Like this? Oh, yes. Wow. That was a stellar shot. And now getting this kill is just too easy. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Let's grab some bombs and convert some pegs that make it really easy for us to collect all of the gold on the map. Since that's of course the... Actually, I'll leave that for navigation. Take that shot. Clean up a lot of them. Oops. That was my navigation shot. It's fine. Go for the Escal if I wished. Don't exactly wish, but it's not bad. I might just lose some health here, I'm fine with that. Oh, get a dodge, perfect. So much gold to be had, so might as well collect it, because plus 36 is beautiful. Looks like I've got some of the debuff stuff I was asking for, and I've also got some of the... I'll just do that. I've got a lot of the gold stuff. Because Navigation Inflation is an incredible relic, which does so much for you. The fact that it's 4 times is... As it turns out, 4 times is just a very high number. Of course, it's very unfair to say that it's literally 4 times in your gold that you're getting, but I mean, sometimes it definitely is. which is definitely crazy. Oh, that was not what I thought that bounce was going to do. Look, luckily we have 11 transparency on the boss. Yeah, this is why they buffed transparency. Well, they buffed the things that apply transparency. And it was definitely needed buffs. But now transparency is definitely just super cool. That's nice. Okay, I was going to shoot my ball over there, but I'd rather pop those vines for sure. Convert like over here, I think. Yeah, nothing too crazy. Now we'll just do that bounce. Damn it, it got caught. Look at that terrible. It's tiny. It's tiny. Any orb apart from terrible, it wouldn't have gotten caught there, which would be great. Alright, that's still value. That's a bit on the rude side. I really wanted those bombs, perfect. Because once those bombs got hit, the vine would pop, but as it turns out, it wanted to... Oh my god, that was an insane shot. Perfect. As it turns out, it wanted to pop the vine before popping those bombs, which is fine. It's just I was shooting towards the bombs because I wanted to pop the vines. Is that one bomb? Yeah. Boom. Perfect. We have more than enough health and we're still at full health because we are not dealing with that crucible level. Right, great gold collection. 244. Entering area 2 on 244 is crazy. And luckily for us, oh god. We might be entering area 2 on 294 gold. So I really want to play debuff stuff or bomb stuff. I don't have Unicorn Horn, otherwise I think it would be a much easier choice, but I'm just going to take Viridian. Should be decent here. I don't have Ambi, so I don't want to consider the rightmost one. I don't want to instantly end my fights, as well as I would just lose a lot of health to my Bulwark, so I didn't really want Sapper. Certainly a lot of good options. Oh, 40% dodge, if I didn't get it. Sure, I guess. Let's do this. And let's finish. My navigation needs to be... Oh yeah, my navigation is very important. So let's just claim that because I can't greed it. Perfect. Alright, good. And I also need to pull off that question mark navigation, but hopefully that should be simple enough. Let's just grab as many bombs as we can now. Try and get this guy donezo. Realistically, if we can get him onto... Damn it. A bomb breakpoint, that'll just be perfect. Just off, but that's fine. Refresh any day now. Oh my god, that exited the fight so fast. I guess I'll just have to bounce onto this refresh. That's fine. I was just a bit worried about bouncing onto the refresh just in case I had too much momentum, but if we aim like there... Oh, 1 health. Luckily I didn't lose the health, eh? Wait, I got a dodge on 12 illusion. That's pretty cool. I had the bubble, but not upgraded. Beautiful. Let's just grab a tiny bit of gold. Might cost me some health, but I do have health to spare, just not as much as I would like. But if we're planning on doing double store, it's probably something I'm going to need to do. Let's just make sure we're going this way, which I believe this is a pretty good way to do so. Pretty solid, at least. Oops, that's the not the speed up button. I don't want to play this run on hard mode, but I might just take Infernal here. Double Elite's kind of awesome. I think I'll just pass and pass. Yeah. I don't want to play on hard mode, and I think that it might be better if I don't take it there. So, what do we want? I kind of really want that remove to start off with. Also, Slime unfortunately is negative now that we have Viridian. Oh my god, that's hilarious. My highest Cruci level on this is 2. I realized I don't usually check that. I feel like for most stuff it is just going to be Cruci 20. Clear the way, just nothing. Yeah, all of the common relics especially, or store-only relics, definitely going to be at least Cruci 20. It's actually really interesting. I should go through and try and clean things up a bit more because some things like Nimble just don't have any Crucible wins apparently, which doesn't feel correct, but whatever. Peglin's hat for the healing I think is something I'm just definitely going to take. I think Assault Totem as well is also just worth it. If I get reduced, it's just super worth it, right? Then I've only got 161 gold left, so it's like... Salt Shaker gives... It takes me a long time to get my Salt Shaker value back, unless I got a Grinding Monstera. Cityscope's nice, but I don't really have the generation for it yet. I'm a believer. There's just tons of stuff in this next door that we want. Alright, this fight is a good fight for us, I believe. Can be a bit dangerous with Viridian though, with it leaving the map pretty fast. But pretty sure we just get a lot of AoE power. At the minimal we're gonna get these two dead, which is beautiful. Hopefully we also get the crit here, because if we get the crit that's definitely one more dead. Alright, 44% chance of a dodge, but we missed it, it's fine. Clear the way now, so we're getting debuffs on him. No crit, that's fine. Try that. There we go. 189. I do want to do this though. Try and grab some more gold, since I believe we're going to want the remove, and there is a chance I want all 5 passives. There's definitely a chance. Now it looks much more feasible to actually do that. One thing I also really want to do is get a crit here, oh lord. Make sure that my navigation is open here. Didn't get the crit, and 72% chance of a dodge apparently is not high enough. Oh well. Get a bomb, then a refresh, and we're actually looking pretty golden, right? Yeah, nice. Bag of orange pegs, value after all. Let's just do that. Refilibuster plus Bulb should be enough to just clean things up here. Yes. Beautiful, you let him spawn. Perfect. That was exactly what I was hoping for, and now navigation should be simpler as well. Beautiful. They do get the move immediately now though. And all I need is... I think I have enough bombs now. I definitely have enough bombs now. 256 gold. So we can't buy all of the relics that I'd like, but should be able to buy enough. Navigation should be pretty... just aim properly. That wasn't aiming properly, but it worked. Also get our lovely Haglin's hat heal there. Debuff, there's just a lot of beautiful stuff here. I probably want the remove, but let's just hold off on that because I want to buy this. Chest piece, very, very good for dealing with crossbow. Should be really nice for that fight, especially since we've got an AoE game plan. And I will take the remove despite buying the ambidextrous. I think that's better than the basic blade. Since in a perfect world we're getting 0 value from our basic blade. In fact, we're getting less than 0 value because we're getting positive value by not taking it. Due to the powers of Fleece. Although I don't really want Fleece this run. That is very interesting. My AoE powers are incredible now. Single target, not so much, but for sure, a fight like this is just exactly the kind of thing I'm looking for. So I'll just shoot my evasive maneuver orb once I've had enough time on this map. I want to collect all of the gold on this side first. Just to switch him into the other mode, and then I'll keep him there and never smack him with physical damage again. Sounds like a good deal, doesn't it? The refresh, very hard to hit. It's fine. Yeah, apparently not fine. Time to switch, sure. Let's switch now. Oh, I can't switch. Oh, okay, interesting. Don't have any ways to switch, so we're just going to get bonked a whole bunch, which could be fine. God, that's how this fight works now. It's pretty funny losing my 2 thingies just before this fight. I believe this should be worth it. Enhanced Gunpowder just means that every bomb we're hitting is just generating us so much damage. Most of the time. And Bag of Orange Pegs grants us a last second 2x multiplier, which is cool because we're not actually gaining any benefit from our exploitable here. We don't have any. Which is unfortunate. It's nice to see the blind working so well. Oh god. .30 blind is just working beautifully. Let's just discard that, get a beautiful shot off here. Yeah, definitely mostly refilibuster and the bombs doing a lot of the damage due to the physical attacks being halved. Well, our evasive maneuver being halved. But our evasive maneuver definitely still can get a ton of damage. An absolute ton. So we definitely want to do that. Which does mean we don't get the upgrade. Refilosopher's Pincer Maneuver. So we have to clear the way. Yep. Clear the way and only clear the way. Not having any physical attacks for that fight is funny. Well, physical non-targeting attacks. Yeah, this is also not the most ideal fight for us. I think we do that, and then I think we follow through with this. Not quite what I was after. Good news is evasive maneuver is just pretty solid for this fight, but I'm definitely still just a bit worried. Bag of orange pegs, bang bang. Nice, let's keep getting that explodable stacking up as well. I think I'm just meant to be shooting my evasive maneuver consistently, so that's fine. I can do that, try and grab as much explodable as possible. I really wish you couldn't try and apply debuffs that don't get applied, but oh well. Excellent shot there. I realized I had a significantly better shot to aim, so I aimed it. And looks like that finished up the fight for us. And now let us do this. Boom, that's dead. Yes, we have multipliers after all. Bob upgrade, 50 health, small packages, perfected reaction. I would really like not to... I get my heal on the boss fight as well, that's a huge deal. Because my health currently is not the most ideal, I just need to not get hit by minions as well. Okay, perfected reactant should be fine to take if I get a safety. Oh, I can't take a safety even if I want to though, right? It's just not realistic. Is it? I really want to try and... All I need is one relic, man. I think if there is a safety regulations I will take it, but I don't think it's a wise idea. Okay, they did get that hit off. It's a shame, but I do plan on doing a lot more dodging, so... A big shame there. Would be nice if we had like a recom as well. We'd get so much value out of it here. Time to start stacking up the debuffs though for sure. Like here? Not even close, damn. Luckily that refresh is valuable. I will just keep discarding my bob-orbs, I believe. I think that's the correct play. Bag of orange pegs? Yes, okay, perfect. Yeah, we just need to keep doing that. The bob-orbs just generate us extra proccer for the enhanced gunpowder, and that's just all we're going to use them for here. Anything else is just unwise. Perfect. Alright here. Yeah. Yeah, definitely the correct play. I love how we're literally just using a level 1 evasive maneuver to bash this guy to death. Alright, I would play for it. Give me a safety regulations. No safety regulations, okay. I did take small... Oh my god, I was going to take small package precisely because of this reason. That is hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Luckily for us, Defresh Potion's still pretty amazing here. I need to build my deck around it though. Currently, having one level 1 evasive maneuver is the only orb in my deck is just not exactly the best game plan. Bubble is great for enemies, fights with multiple enemies. It's going to be amazing, and it's just going to completely solve a whole bunch of them, including very obviously this one, but I need an orb with a real amount of damage because I've got... It's really bad with Viridian. I don't think I take it. Maybe I just hold off on upgrading my max HP for a bit. See what I can find in stores. Since I may not be able to do safety regulations and infection stuff, but maybe I actually find it. Would be nice. 1100 is maybe a bit too much, but either way I shouldn't shoot that first. That is just incorrect all the time. Decoy orb value. Yeah, I'd still love a bomb supply debuffs. I can still actually do a bomb supply debuffs run. It's just my bombs still do a ton of damage, which is fine. Definitely extremely playable. Just not exactly what I'm aiming for. Snowball. Yeah, not really any of this stuff, right? Boom. Okay. Is that no store for me? That's no store for me. That's fine, I traded out for a chest. That was silly, I should never shoot this bubble first. I'm always meant to discard at least once. Now I'll discard twice, and then shoot this. Then shoot the bubble again. Some fights are cool for AoE, this is one of them. Alright, I kind of like not having refreshes on the board. There are some fights which will punish you extremely heavily for it, but we do have more with Viridian, which is really, really good for taking advantage of it. I think a Nimble is the correct call, yes. It's a great way to take advantage of it. Since I've got multipliers and mass proccers, I just need like a high damage / scaling orb, and would you look at that, Nimble provides me exactly what I just asked for. Alright, this gold here has been absolutely amazing. I've got some heals, and much happier to like press the max HP button now as well. Let's just keep shooting this orb because of the illusion it grants. Nice stuff. Now we'll do that. Mask of Joy would have been nice as well. Oh, I didn't get any damage. It's a shame. Oh, come on. There we go, that's much more like it. Wait, we have refreshes on this map. What about that part? Boom, boom. Lovely dodge, and then this should just finish things off easily. It's just so much damage after all, it's just we needed it to actually hit a peg. Oh, Boost Orb might be good now as well. I'll probably pass it here, but I'm sure it could be good. Olga? Sure. Orb is just a pretty damn nice relic after all. Sure. I'll take gold over going to a chest. Alright, I was going to say that's basically guaranteed to be a Bob, which is certainly a fine dupe. There are a lot of fights where it would be pretty solid, and I really hope we get a Bramble immediately. Okay, here's my Bramble. That's not Bramble. So it's just a pipe dream, right? Yes. Okay, another Bramble. I do have to shoot this though and somehow pray it gets a kill, which is expecting a lot. Yeah, that's fine. I got some gold value. I would like to get more, but this is definitely not the boss fight for actually getting the kill, is it? Boom. 6 Exploder was a lot. Not enough though, obviously. I love how we almost have more transparency ad than we do have blind ad. Like, that's not normal. Getting Pincer Maneuver is just amazing for debuff builds though. Literally just doubles them for you. But the nice thing about the Nimble, part of the reason why I wanted to add it to my deck, is it gives me damage on my baubles, which means my baubles can apply debuffs. Which is definitely something I'm at least interested in. Talk about interested in, I will add a Shock Absorber to my deck, it is the correct play. Like I might want to increase my max HP as well. Okay, refresh also trigger a crit. This would be totally amazing and all, except for the tiny part where I don't actually have a refresh on the board. Whereas Spiffy Crit is an incredible relic, which we will get great value out of here. Let's just pop some rig bombs while this is active because it doesn't have the text, so it's useless. Okay. Got that you need to actually upgrade it to get that text. Let's just shoot as many bulbs as we can before they get to me. Yep, perfect, because that's what they achieve. That's pretty nice. I'll hold off. Should be able to get a ton of gold here. Plus 44? Counts as a ton. So, did not manage to get a reduce. Big shame. But I'm definitely forced to collect this passive here. So I did get that fleece after all. Fleece is actually a pretty massive deal here. Very, very cool. Safety regulations as well. It's going to be a nice orb to have in this boss fight. I believe in the power of Nimble. I was going to say just didn't hit a crit, but luckily we managed to hit a crit. Augur, yes. Pretty beautifully. Definitely why I added the Nimble to my deck, and I've got a lot of synergies for it, to be honest. Like Lucky Penny, Counterfeit Crits, Crystallizes Fleece, Augur, Pincer Maneuver as well, just to top things off. Yeah, no, I can achieve a lot with this. Especially since I've got Morbid plus Bag of Orange Pegs for the ultimate damage improvement. I need to buy the remove, and I think I'll just hold. And in terms of... let's try this. 16 gold is fine. Would have liked slightly more though. That's a Mask of Joy. Very easy Mask of Joy buy, and then we have Unicorn Horn, which I also really seriously want. And I definitely also want this, and I couldn't care less about the other two. Well, Refresh Shield is not bad. Pretty good. I kind of like the idea of having a refresh source that isn't a refresh on the board after all. But I think I don't want it. Alright, my AoE is still just extremely good for fights like this. Yeah, I really wanted Unicorn Horn. I was very happy to see it. Unicorn Horn plus Viridian is amazing. That's very satisfying. Yep, that's very cool. We're just going to get so much value from... oh my god. The damage wheel they're dealing there is just not fair as well. Some crazy numbers there, and that's exactly what I like to see for my round runs. 100 Illusion, 10 Spiness. Yeah, this Mask of Joy thing was an excellent pickup. I was able to hit a lot of crits after all. I will go plus orb, specifically because I can't afford to remove the Nibble from my deck. Bob Orb, Shock Absorber, not exactly the most interesting in the boss battle, but I'd definitely rather just like keep them in my deck for sure. Like, yes, I would rather be shooting a Nimble every single shot, but I just can't take the chance that I get the Nimble removed from my deck because the Nimble's doing stuff like that. And that's just pretty damn awesome. Like, look at that damage. It's just 2000 damage, it was halved. You do love that, but unfortunately I also got this fight, which does mean I just burn a pretty ridiculous level of health. I'm forced to press those buttons, which is fine because I do have the gold for that, but barely. And entering the boss fight on 59 health, it's not exactly the most pretty. Luckily that number is going to very quickly increase once I get enough gold to pop my Hagon's Hat heal. And luckily as well, 15% of my max HP is actually just a pretty massive amount. So I did actually get an OTK on the shot one, I believe. Yeah, not even close. 36,000 I just saw? Look, I knew we'd get a lot, but like, wow. Viridian Defresh Potion. Oh, okay. No, yeah, no, that makes sense. Cool. 36,000 was the number I saw in case I didn't say that. That would have been halved. That would have been halved as well, due to the pincer maneuver. Which, yeah, no, that's pretty crazy. It's like I probably should have talked about my boss passive options for the second choice more, but it was very simple for me. I was looking for some specific hits. I didn't hit those specific hits, but Defresh Potion was completely bonkers there. It was 100% worth playing for. Yes, obviously, when I pick up Defresh Potion, I lose all value from Refilibuster, and to be perfectly blunt, I didn't plan on reclaiming that value. I did have that Refresh, which was actually a good pickup. That would have been a good buy, but the removal was definitely better. Just making sure that I'm discarding my Bulbs and shooting my Nimble or Shock Absorber each time. Definitely the best line of play I can do. Especially since my bombs don't regenerate, so just shooting the Bulb is not exactly the best idea, whereas shooting the Shock Absorber, an amazing idea. Kind of a shame I didn't take that small packages, the new passive. It would have been really cool with the Nimble. Really cool, especially with Defresh. I was just kind of scared of Crossbow, honestly. I actually thought Crossbow would kill me. I thought there was a chance of it. I thought that I'd just get overrun by the minions and he just gets a few too many lucky crossbow hits in, which would be unfortunate. Luckily, like Decoil plus Distraction Reaction, both of them are great anti-crossbow passives, and our AoE power was just enough that we didn't actually have to deal with the minions. It's just like, usually against crossbow, you run out of luck sometimes, and like the minion gets in a hit or two, and that's popping your Illusion, which opens you up for the crossbow hit, which, yeah, that's not nice. I'm really happy I took Viridian as my first boss passive here. It worked out super well. I think I misnavigated at least once or twice, right? Actually, did I? I'm not even sure if I did. I definitely had some lackluster shots with it because of Viridian Trinket. But honestly, I also had a lot of really good shots with it because of Viridian Trinket, so pretty cool all around. Man, getting that enhanced was actually just crazy. Can't believe I actually hit it. A bit of a shame I couldn't actually do the bomb infection stuff that I was trying for again, to be honest. But I'll get it sometime. I really will. If I keep trying, I'll hit it soon. I didn't even hit Bomb Supply blind. That would have also been pretty... no, not just pretty nice. That would have been insane. Because I've got the Mask of Joy proc as well. Yeah, sorry. Mask of Joy, because it combines with Debuff Distractor so well. It's like each bomb is like 15, approximately, Illusion. Like, that's just really good. I didn't have Mask of Sorrow or the doubling debuff. Good status symbol, yeah, that's the one. I didn't have either of those to double the Spinfection amount, although more if you have both of them at once, but extremely hard to pull that off, apparently. But yeah, clear the way, extremely cool. Oh yes, and now we get to update all of these orbs, right? Like Cruci 12, this one's probably Cruci 20, also Cruci 20, yeah. It's like some of these, August Cruci 12, that's shocking, honestly. Some of these you very much expect to be... This is actually really... I want to go through and do a run and just try and see what ones are like on Cruci 0. I can already imagine there's like a lot of orbs that are just there. Echo Chamber is Cruci 20. It's crazy. Because like, you'd think that like looking at this would show you like how strong some of them are. But no, like Echo Chamber being Cruci 20 and Spiffy being Cruci 12. Or like Augur being Cruci 12. Like, the only real reason behind that is just in a really strong run I had, I picked up an Echo Chamber and it did nothing, and I just didn't hit Augur in runs where it would have been amazing. Pretty funny. But like literally all of the common relics are Cruci 20. I don't think I've a single common relic here that's not Cruci 20 that isn't a class relic. Like maybe there are some class relics. Sorry, got a bit caught on that. Yeah, Nimble was awesome here. Having the high damage orbs in the form of Nimble and Shock Absorber were just incredible. Like it was just insane with Defresh Potion and Bag of Orange Pegs. The second I picked up the Defresh Potion, I realized just how insane my damage was, and I realized that if the best orb in my deck was my 1/4 evasive maneuver orb, if I found an actually good orb, I could achieve completely ridiculous levels of damage, and I absolutely did. I mean, just look at that final fight. Definitely partially due to the Crystmallosis Fleece as well, though. Nimble being able to scale my Spiness 2 times for every crit trigger thanks to the power of Mask of Joy, and then gain benefits from the Crystmallosis Fleece as well. That's just a recipe for massive damage. And like the fact that I've got mass proccing, oh my god, it's just so tightly knit. There's so many synergies here that are helping out so much. And at the end of it all, there's Pincer Maneuver just halving my damage, and that's just more than fine.